As others will be coming in.
Thank you, Co-Chair. My name is Partner Bakoske, Clerk to Assembly, Nandi.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. My name's Honorable David Bwambok, member of Appointment Committee.
David Koech, Vice Chairman of the committee.
Honorable Kirongo, member of this committee.
So thank you so much. One more member is coming in. Maybe he could introduce himself.
Gideon Koech, member.
Importantly, you've just been nominated for the position. The Assembly consider the nomination and see whether it's fit to approve or disapprove. That's when His Excellency the Governor and swear you in this. Expect your honest and brief response. Having this conversation recorded in Hansard is just how you say can be used to. Lastly, we expect. So welcome, Francis, and I'll first ask you the you've already handed over. Good. Now tell me, you go by the title doctor.
Yes.
So possibly you're an academician. We would want to know briefly, very briefly, to take us through the journey for a minute. After that minute, we'll be keen to hear from you. Why do you think you are suitable for the position? Suitability is not about the paper, because you learn about what you have, the qualifications, but the extra thing that you think cuts you above the rest. So you'll answer my question in those two parts. One, you tell us about yourself, about your qualifications and all that, but importantly, why do you think you are to be considered as the county secretary?
Thank you, Chair, together with the honorable members of the panel. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to be before you today and be able to tell you myself. And I will also be able to say why I feel suitable for the position. Rightly said, my name is Franscis Sang, 009, 2009 rather, and 2013. I went to Moi University to pursue postgraduate degree, PhD in management, and graduated with same in the years 2013. Before that, between the year 2009, I undertook master's program where I graduated with Masters of Education degree in Educational Administration. Earlier on, between the years 1993 and 1997, I was enrolled at Egerton University in 1997 to Bachelor of Mathematics Education, majoring in economics and mathematics, and graduated in the year 1997. Within this period, I've been able to undertake quite a number of courses, and graduated in the year 1997. Within this period, I've been able to undertake quite a number of courses, one of which is educational management, graduated in the year 1997. Within this period, I've been able to undertake quite a number of courses, one of which is educational management course undertaken by Kenya. Within the same period, which I undertook in South Africa, I've also had a chance of undertaking so many other courses offered by SCAC, that is a State Corporations Advisory Committee, where it's training boards of state corporations and members of the university councils and the CEOs, where I had the first opportunity in 2015, once more in 2017, and another time in 2018, rather 2019. I have undertaken so many other courses in between, which are happily presented in my CV. My background in terms of work between the year 2017 and August 2019, acting county head of public service. I've also been the secretary of the county executive of the county executive and county executive, which includes coordinating activities for the county government, ensuring that communication is done, ensuring that the liaison role played critically well. I was a member, actively 20 of board member, and we were the first team of board members to establish the office of the board members in this county. I've been able to do a lot for the county. In the year 17 August chair, I was appointed August chair. I was appointed council where and immediately I was appointed the member of Moringa University Council. I've been able to be the chairman of Human Resource Committee, and my key roles have been overall oversight in matters academics, overall oversight in matters resource and performance contracting and other. Previously ensuring that the university chair of Strategic Finance and Development Committee, chair of Strategic Finance and Development Committee, and among the key roles that I've been able to undertake includes oversight with funds for its operations, ensuring that the growth and development of the university is guaranteed. And within that period, we have done a lot in the university, including in period we have done a lot in the university, including in the university. And the university at the moment is in the right track in going to get the charter for operationalization of its programs. For that chair, really just a lapset corridor. Among other key activities was strategic environmental assessment and ensuring that all matters land were handled in a manner that was satisfactory and very fair. And we have been able to acquire land for the lapset corridor. The more of Nairobi, and we have successfully delivered the same university. Chair, I've been the principal of high school for years. Before that, I was the deputy, and I've been able to teach in quite a number of institutions in 4 universities. After graduation, I've published in several Riverage journals. One of which of my publications is the one for my thesis, and the other one for PhD. All these I've been able to undertake within that period when I was teaching at the various universities. I think I've been able to perform many other activities that I cannot be able to define. But after undertaking all these responsibilities with the Moran and on the Moran of the burning spear.
Failed to answer my second bit of the question.
Yes, I'm going to that. Let me have this
Quickly,
one.
in the interest of time.
Yes, thank you.
Please answer the second bit.
Yeah.
Why do you think you are
Yes,
for this job?
thank you.
That's a very simple question.
Yes, I am headed there right away. Chair, I'll answer in 3 ways, very simple. One, I want to clear to the panel that I have the right attitude to this position. Being served in the position of county secretary before, I've had a lot of experiences, more so in terms of the experiences associated with the office. And I want to assure this panel that the attitude that I've had, particularly in the spirit of wanting to serve the people, that is the first reason that I really strongly feel that I would want to have this position. Secondly, Chair, are the skills. Having been able to serve in various capacities, I have developed a lot of skills, which includes very strong interpersonal that is very critical for this position. I've been able to relate very well with all the stakeholders within the county government as a position that is quite pivotal in terms of service delivery. And I want to assure the panel that I really have the right skills overall, which is crowned with one message, that it is having strong interpersonal skills. And finally, Chair, I want to say that I have the real knowledge, which is to give me or to drive me in pursuance of all the duties that is required of this position. Thank you.
Daktari, you realize that you're different from the previous nominees in that you are seeking to be considered for a position that you've been holding in acting capacity for 2 years. Now, let me give a case scenario. I think in 2017, if not 2016, 2017,
Yes.
when the then Vice Chancellor of the Moi University took leave and Professor Airo was told to act.
Yes.
And for the 2 years that he acted there, remember, he came under the backdrop of protest.
Yes.
Not being a local, there was a feeling that he should not have been considered for that position in acting capacity. For the 1.5 years he acted there, he was able to substantially get support because of the work he tried to do. So I would assume he was actually auditioning for his position. That if you compare the original complaint, that the first review done, he was number 4, meaning when given in acting, it's an auditioning exercise. Would expect you to tell us, or I would have expected to have told us, in my acting capacity, now that you know you've encountered the assembly or the individual members, can you confidently say that you think you delivered in your acting capacity? That we can use that as a benchmark and have confidence that that can work?
Thank you, Chair. I want to assure the committee that when I took over office in 2017, it was a transition period. And the first thing that I did was to ensure a very smooth transition, because the position was very strategic in ensuring that the transition process was undertaken. Thereafter, I made sure that I understood everything about the county government, particularly the public service. And in doing so, we made quite a number of recommendations that we wanted to do immediately to ensure that we bring back on track the public service. Very critical, Chair, was to ensure that we had a head count, to ensure that we establish the exact number of we had. After having the head count, Chair, we had a task force that we established again to look into all the issues of casuals that were already engaged in the county government. After getting the report of the casuals, I was the one who was overseeing the implementation of the recommendation. After which, Chair, we were fair enough that the budget was. We went ahead, Chair, immediately to ensure that we did rationalization of staff, ensuring that we had proper placement of staff where they belong, restructuring where possible. You can remember before that, and I want to be very clear, every member, that initially we used to have a staff, for example, that clear in my mind, who was working in finance, and he was specialized in social work, and he was in finance. We had to do proper placement. After which, we went ahead to do very critical staff practice, that of appraisal. And we did the appraisal successfully to ensure further that each staff was properly placed. Which, Chair, we have continued under County Human Resource Advisory Committee, overall in charge of matters, in charge of resource. And they've been reporting to me daily and ensuring that issues are well catered for, and ensuring that we have a proper way forward in issues human resource. And we have gone ahead to have a proper planning, including establishment of training committee to ensure that the issues of staff in mothers training are well taken care of. Even as I know, we have a development of policies within the same within the same human resource.
We're confident that that will be a strong point as we go ahead with this.
I am still going ahead.
You sure about that? Because I just wanted to stop you to give the committee members a chance to ask,
Yes,
and because
Fine.
that kind of thought, I will still come back at the same.
that's
The
fine.
question that are coming from the honorable members, some of them address some of the things you call a success story, which they may not be true. Honorable Bwambok.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Brief. So to this panel, Sang, I have heard about the recommendation that you got in our country, which is now Kenya. Now that you are in a capacity that have being selected to the position of the county secretary, is County of Nandi. What is your feeling exactly? Because now that we have heard from various, we are in the country with challenges. For example, the challenges is wage bill to the members of who are working in our county. So now that this position coming, and you are still you acting, you did that, being approved, are you further from that end?
Thank you. Thank you, Chair. While acting in the position that I've been, I've had the work plans. Or now the entire office work is planned to be undertaken. Key among the other issues is perhaps what you have raised. But I want to be very clear that in pursuit of wanting to serve people better, and the implementation of what is in the work plan that I had before, among very many other things, the ones that I've said, and ensuring that all the key responsibilities of the office of the county secretary, which in essence, Chair, there are only 3 in the acts, but there are quite a number that are none-said. And knowing the critical role played by the office of the county secretary, I want to assure you that having the proper legal mandate, the one that if approved by this house, undertake. You have mentioned something like the issue of wage bill. That is clear in my mind, that this is something that is constitutional. It must be controlled. And this can be done in 2 or 3 ways. Very basic one is, this will has to be controlled. How do we control it? It is something that we must think. We can retrogressive or progressive. And if we must really move on, it's already a problem that we have. Then how we must look at just to undertake issues of controlling wage bill to be within the threshold as given by the Constitution. Key in mind is to enhance revenue collection so that it will remain within the threshold as given by the Constitution. And there are quite a number of many other we plan to undertake. Thank you.
My last question comes like this, Dr. Sang.
Yes.
Now that you are trying to improve, and I know here as a panel, we are in the assembly, and there are some CECs there is the governor, the deputy governor. You, as a different person who is going to save this country, will politics not influence you in your position, because the stand can be better when you clarify?
Thank you very much, Chair. I'd like to respond to the concern given by the member that in this position, which is in the center of politics, if I may use your words, is that undertaking the duties of this office ensures that it must be undertaken within the law. And within the law means that while you dispense your duties as county secretary, you have to ensure that you do proper consultation at all times, so that you ensure that whatever thing that you're doing within the law, you are in agreement with the right stakeholders, including the county assembly, the governor, and the executive. And remember, within the executive chair, the county secretary is the secretary, and the principal role there is to capture, the minutes and communicate.
Thank you, Dr. Sang.
Honorable David Koech.
Thank you, Chair. Welcome, Dr. Sang. The recurrent expenditure for the county developments has funds for capacity building and other these funds. How will the cabinet, through your leadership, streamline these issues?
Thank you, Chair, for the county government. And this continuous development is very critical in ensuring that we have enhanced service delivery for the people of Nandi. Through the Department of Public Service, we have established the training committee, which has gone ahead to identify the training needs for the various staff and give a prioritization of the same training needs that have been taken in for the first time are given priority so that they can have very basic, skills for undertaking their duties. So we will have a very clear work plan on each department on who will be trained when, where, and how, to ensure that this is continuously done for the purpose of ensuring proper delivery and ensuring that people of Nandi gets value for their money. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Maybe secondly, if approved to serve as county secretary, how will you promote the independence of the board without the compromise of the cabinet?
Let me be clear, Chair. Which board is in question?
The service board.
Or public service board?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Section and the act that establishes county public section were independent. And the idea of independence is that its decisions are not interfered with. They are not influenced in any way. And the act clearly spells out this, that while under the duties, the public service board is supposed to be independent. The key issue is to ensure that there is continuous consultation, because the board cannot exist on its own. It has to get well with the executive, and even if they have to undertake any kind of recruitment, the same has to. It does actually originate from the executive, and so to ensure that independence is guaranteed, each organ in the county government has its role as is required. And as it does that, that must be the spirit of ensuring that the constitution is about ensuring that the people of Nandi are served and given fair services in terms of recruitment and any kind of undertaking that is required. Thank you.
Maybe finally, as the county secretary, you are the public service, and you are always required to ensure that all the resolutions of the council are implemented. Why is it that this has not been the case previously in your acting capacity?
Thank you, Chair.